do is we're going to sew like this and come down like this and kind of taper it just right. We're going to, let's do this again. We're going to come through here and then come at an angle so across here so that we're not taking any more seam from the side. So that's a little trick to do, but that's what we're going to do. And this side we're going to come down here, go to about there, and then come out this way. And then we're going to take a look at it. Now I haven't done it this way before, but we're going to try. As you can see here, there's just a little bit too much fabric there. So I am going to turn it back the other way, inside out, and come across with the machine and sew right through here a little bit tighter. Okay, I marked it here. Now this is the original line, and I took it in a little bit more and kind of worked it into the other stitch. So we're going to try it back on the chair. Okay, now that we've sewn the lining and the fabric together, you see a little nook right here for mine. Now you're probably going to have a square one, but I am going to trim it almost to the seam right there and then kind of clip it around here, and that will make it lay a little better. Okay, you can see how it fits better on that side, and let me try getting this chair. See how much better that fits? So we're good on that. Next we're going to work on the sash. Okay, I have the sash put about where I want it on the chair. So anyway, we shouldn't have sewed the side seams before we added the sash. So I'm going to tear out the seam about that wide and then put the sash in there, pin it and sew it, and then it should look like this. Okay. This is how much I tore out the seam because I didn't add the tool in there. But I'm going to add another step in here so that you know that you'll do it in order. But if you make the mistake and forget it, this is how you fix it. So I tore that open, and what I'm going to do is stick this tool inside with the end sticking out like this. So it's sewn on the wrong side, but it's going to be stuffed in here, so when you turn it, the tool is in here. So I'm going to pin it in there and show you. Okay, you can see how that is in there now, and I just kind of gathered it with my fingers and pinned it every so far, so I hope that'll turn out. So I am going to go sew it and then show it to you. Now you can see what it looks like on the right side. This is the part that gets tied. Now if you look in here, the lining is loose from there, so we didn't sew the lining to that. Okay, so now I am going to do the other side exactly the same, and then I think we're going to hem it. Okay, there's our bow, and all that's left is the hem that we need to do. And we need to sew the writing on the front. Okay, I turned put the chair cover over the ironing board, and I turned down, I don't know, ½ inch hem, and then I'm going to turn it up again, and I've already pressed it, so it looks kind of like this. And then I'm going to the sewing machine and sew it here. But I'm not going to do that right now. Since I've already got that pressed in, I wanted to show you how I did that. You want the lining a little bit shorter than the chair cover. So now we're going to turn it the other way so that I can hem the chair cover, and then we'll sew them both up at the sewing machine. Okay, for the fabric chair cover, the fabric part, I turned it down just really a narrow hem there. and then I flipped it over again just slightly wider because you want your lining to come down. Do you see that? You want it a little bit shorter right there. Okay, you can see how I have it pinned in, and we're going to the sewing machine and we're going to sew it right down through there. Okay, you can see it's all hemmed there, and the lining's done here. And now what we need to do is decide where we want the lettering to go on the top. And I'm going to figure that out, decide what shape I want, and sew the pieces together, and then place it on here and hand stitch it. And then we're done. I have really enjoyed doing this stenciling. I thought it would be harder than what it is, but I'm really pleased with the outlook. And I can already tell you that I am going to be using that stenciling to do pillows and table covers, napkins. It would be great for monogramming and that kind of thing. So anyway, it's been a lot of fun. Okay, you can see here now we had the lining and the interfacing and the stamping, the right side of the fabric. And I put all three together, and you can see this is the interfacing with the interfacing on the outside, and I stitched all the way around. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick these two layers up and leave the stamping one loose from the other two layers. Then we're going to cut across with the scissors through two layers of fabric, leaving the stencil side loose so that we don't cut it. You do not want to cut that. And then we're going to cut around here with the scissors at an angle to make the corners lay good. Remember, at an angle here. And then we're going to go to the ironing board and press it, and then we're going to center it on here and hand stitch it, or you could stitch it with the machine if you wanted. I might do that, I don't know yet. Okay, you can see here where the stenciled sides in there, and there's the one layer there and one layer there of the lining and interfacing. Then we're going to turn it through this hole and press it, and then I'll show it to you. Okay, I have ironed it and pinned it into place here, and we're going to go to the machine and sew all the way around the side, or the circle. Okay, I have it sewed on there, and I think it looks pretty snazzy. Anyway, we are finished, and I'm going to put it on the chair and let you see it. And I hope this tutorial has helped you learn how to make chair covers with your own pattern. I hope I didn't confuse you too much on two areas. But if you have any questions, you can always email me. There's the chair cover that we made that I shared a tutorial with, and I'll show you the other one that we created. And there's the back side of it.